we in?
We're in.
Oh my god, I was not prepared for that.
You were not prepared for that?
I mean, I kind of was.
It's quick. It's quick.
It happens so quick.
Well, and honestly, the transition is a little too... I wish the transition was
like
30 to 60 seconds. Yeah. I mean, we're basically to the end of it right now.
It's terrifying.
Am I doing the ball bit?
I think... Oh, no, don't pause.
Don't open with the... I'm not opening with the ball bit,
hey,
folks.
Hey, welcome to the Brew.
Oh, shit.
Welcome to the Brew, folks. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Like this the whole time.
He doesn't want you to know who he really is.
Can I just take my shirt off for this, Brew?
If you want, yeah.
I think that's...
Oh, wait, actually, take your shirt off and then I have something funny to tell you.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So how's it going, guys? This is the Brew with Brotherwife. It is a show we bring you twice a week. We are a band that's also a game show, and this is our podcast. So we're trying to spread a little bit of our life into your world, and we hope that you enjoy it. So this is TT.
Hey, guys.
A couple things about TT. He's got shoulder horns.
Yeah.
And they're really great. They're good for opening cans.
Let's get that.
They're good for opening doors. They're nice if you need to get a lemon. If you need squeeze a lemon and get some lemon juice, that's good.
Oh, I'd never even thought of that.
Could be good.
We should do that live on the. Yeah, I've got.
This is one tattoo, SMK. It's upside down. This is another tattoo. It's a mosquito clock with a tiny little bit of blood.
Clockskeeto.
Clockskeeto. Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. Clockskeeto.
Nice.
Clockskeeto.
So Tina, one of our biggest supporters. I hope you're watching, Tina.
Tina Vika, we love you.
We love you dearly.
Oh, we shouldn't dox people, should we?
I was not going to say her last name, but that's
Sorry,
okay.
Tina.
That's okay. Sorry, Tina. We were talking yesterday, and she was like, Tyler's got tiny arms.
Oh my god.
And I was like, he's a small boy.
I'm a small boy, Tina.
And I said, you know what? I'll tell him you said that.
Is there any part of this that kind of looks like a man with a head in between his legs? Can you see that right now? These are legs.
You look like a monkey.
Just walking.
Okay, dude, your fucking arm to torso ratio does look weird right now.
I look
Put your arms
like
down.
a horror. I look like a horror, from a horror movie.
Yeah, you wake up, you've got blurry eyes, you've got eye boogers.
What happened to my arms?
You see that? Just 6 feet away from you.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look that way. Listen, they're small. I'll admit that they're small.
They're small. I told her you used to work on a tugboat, so you fucking
They used to be. They used to be, but
you used
now
to have
I'm
something.
Now I'm a
We'll show. I've got a sexy pic of TT with
Tina, you're gonna make me blush.
A golfer hat and a cigar, and he had the 6-pack and the nice arms. I'll show you guys.
I used to be pretty fuckable.
Yeah. Hey, you still are.
Thank you.
Still are, buddy.
I started doing some push-ups the other day, and I almost hurt myself.
That's what being old's all about.
That's what being old is all about. I'm maxing at 10, not because I can't do anymore, but because I will get hurt. Somewhere between 12 and 15, my left shoulder is going to give out.
Yeah. It's weird when you actually see your physical limitations manifest. Especially just being tired. Sometimes I'll get tired when I'm not supposed to be tired.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, I can go forever.
No, I've been feeling that this last week. It's been really weird. I'm not drinking. I'm not doing kratom. I'm getting enough sleep, and I'm just waking up and I feel like I was in a level 6 fight with someone. I just feel like I have 6 bruises, and I'm like, oh god, I gotta pick up my 1.5-year-old.
Yeah.
He weighs 25 pounds.
I wonder if that's part of it, because you keep picking him up, and he keeps weighing a slightly
yeah, every day.
You're just strength training the last year and a half.
It's the best exercise system on the market.
Dad strength, dad bod.
You could pay $6,000 for one of those really compact things, or you could have a baby
and pay $20,000.
And pay $20,000 each year, $50,000 out of the gate, and take up a third of your house with approximately 900 cubic feet of bullshit.
And just hope your son doesn't need surgery. Just hope your fucking son.
And hope if your son does need surgery that you roll the fucking you roll and win the lotto on the financial aid from Children's Hospital.
Yeah, that was huge.
That was
huge. How much did they cover?
They covered.
Can you even say legally?
Legally, I can say they covered basically all of it.
But what's the amount? Wasn't it it was $200,000?
150. They covered $150 something thousand.
$150,000 to cut open a baby's skull.
I mean, when you get down to it, welcome
mash
viewers.
Up a bunch of bones and fuse it all together.
Okay, can we dive into this for a second, because this is wild shit. Some of you guys don't know this.
Yeah, no, please.
Let's do it. There's been a lot of factors in play. Some of them I can't go into, but some of them I can go into. The one, surprisingly, that I can go into is how they turned my baby's skull into a fucking 4-year plus puzzle.
True.
And then reshaped it in order to make him not develop into what appears to be a human version of Alien.
Yeah.
As in Alien versus Predator.
Exactly.
What do you know, one thing I want to hop onto really quick though, Jeff, while we're on this topic is, what do you do when you're trying to say Alien like the Alien? Because you just say Alien. I knew
you were about to go
Predator.
into an Alien versus Predator thing.
I have to just reference
I
Alien
was like,
versus
we're not
Predator.
staying on the story. We're going on Alien versus Predator now.
I
thought you were on a roll.
I am on a roll.
Right.
I am on a roll.
What is it though?
Well, but how do you tell somebody Alien the movie? Do you just have to say Alien the movie? Because when you say Alien, somebody thinks an alien, an immigrant,
sure,
an alien from outer space.
You're saying alien
the
like
movie.
Canadian people say, I went to university.
Ah, yes,
Yeah,
exactly,
like,
exactly.
You have to actually give a little something.
The
for
royal
full
pronoun
Right,
alien. Yeah,
okay.
capital A, folks.
So say alien in the royal way.
Yeah, capital alien.
Alien in the Cameron way. James Cameron. The
James
director.
Cameron. Okay, perfect. Anyways, back to the real story
Back
here.
to the nitty-gritty.
back to the grid. And you heard it here first. I'm gonna start saying that way too much. You're gonna have to start.
You heard it here
me.
first.
You heard it here
You've
first.
also been rubbing your hands. I like that move. I'm gonna steal that.
It's a power move.
Yeah.
It builds up static charge.
It builds up anticipation.
Yeah, it builds up static charge. Whoa! Too much power. Anyways, they took
a lot.
They took my son's skull. So a lot of family events happened all at the same time in one day, and I had like a real panic attack. Real panic attack. Like real panic attack. And it turned into this wonderful generalized anxiety disorder. So, this all stems from this wonderful time when my son, because he had fused plates, your skull when you're a baby, it's a bunch of small plates. A bunch of little plates, like a plate like this on the front, a plate like this.
You've got a whole dinette set in there.
You got a whole dinette, yeah. Extending cafeteria, dining room table.
So with Alien and Predator...
Xenomorph! Thank you, Logan Hickson. Logan Hickson comes out of left field and lets us know the alien in Aliens
is called a xenomorph?
is called a xenomorph.
Oh, really?
Then that changes the game for me.
Jeez.
This is a problem because of my son's surgery that I've run into at least 5 times.
Really?
So Logan just
So
solved
now
this
you
real
have
life
to say,
problem.
but you have to do a whole preamble. It's like, xenomorphs from Alien.
God, you're right. Because I didn't know it was a xenomorph.
I didn't know
You didn't know it was a xenomorph.
I don't even think we have confirmation that is what it is. This is conjecture.
We're gonna have to get our back of house specialist to confirm that, Logan.
Our xeno
Well, I
specialist.
trust your xeno specialist. So basically, you've got 4 plates in your head. When you're a baby, they're supposed to be free floating. Your brain is supposed to expand out in like kind of a circle, not quite a circle. The head's kind of ovular, but pretty much a circle-ish. His 2 plates right here were fused. So instead of growing out in kind of a circle, his head was growing out like this.
Yeah, which
His
I
head was growing
actually
out like
did.
this.
We went to school with somebody who had a head like that.
Really?
And I'm not going to say who they are, but in 3rd grade in Italy, because Navy Town, 3rd grade in Italy, I met him. His name was TW. Those were his initials. And then in Kingston, when I moved to Kingston, like literally 7 years later, he was in Kingston, Navy Town, TW, and we became good friends. And he had a head that must have not had a surgery because it literally looked like a football.
So
it was
like
insane.
a xenomorph. He had a
xenomorph as alien head.
Do you know
he was a nice guy?
Alien,
He was a nice
Xenomorphs
guy
from the movie Alien. He had a head like that. That's what I would have to go through in order to let
TW. If you're out there, much love. Hope you're doing well. Anyway, please continue.
And I extend the love as well, TW. Basically, in order to fix that, they have to go in and they have to separate the skin of the skin of the head, and then pull it down like this so that the skull is exposed.
It's
and then,
here. I'm just gonna. What is it called again? I'm gonna show the folks.
cranial vault expansion.
All right, you keep going.
Cranial vault expansion surgery. So they pull it down like this, and then they use like a Dremel essentially to cut the skull into like a bunch of strips that are like, tortilla strips that you would use on like a Mexican salad. They're like that. It's basically exactly like that. That's like the exact size that you would see. And they separate the skull into a bunch of those pieces, and then they push it together this way, and then they take some of those pieces and they grind them up into a paste, and then they push them back in all through all the cracks, and then they close it on up, and then they stitch it on up. And then
so that's the PG picture. Actually, that's the G picture.
That's the G picture.
Oh no, you keep going. I'm gonna get him the NC-17.
They stitch it back up. Your child's head basically doubles in size and turns into, like, because of the bruising, like a blueberry. I should show him a picture. He looked like 2 things. and maybe I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. He looked both like a blueberry, like the girl from Willy Wonka, and he also looked extremely Mongolian for like 7 days. So
okay, for folks that have a sensitive stomach, look away.
Yeah,
this is literally what his fucking child's head looked like because they were fixing it. Because they were fixing the head.
They're fixing it.
They're fixing the head.
You got to remember. They're fixing the head.
Zimcola, you came in at the right time, baby.
Oh, daddy. Yeah, we're talking about cranial vault expansion.
His son done gaunt it.
My son did get gurnt it.
Okay, wait. Jesus Christ. I don't know what this other one's about, but it's equally terrifying.
These almost looks like Harlequin, but like a happy Harlequin.
These are real pictures, folks.
Harlequin disease is bad. Anyways, that all happened. It was scary.
It was scary.
How did we get on this story?
We were just talking about how expensive it is to have a child.
Yeah, it's very expensive to have a child. Luckily,
his boy's all good now.
Yeah, the boy's all good. He's a happy guy. His head is pretty lumpy, I'll be honest.
Is it?
It's a pretty lumpy head.
Does he have a lumpy head?
Can I feel your head really quick?
Feel my head.
Oh, God,
well,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a very lumpy head.
Your boy?
Yeah.
Do you have a lumpy head? You're fine. You're good.
He's got a way lumpier head.
Really?
Like, significantly lumpier.
Like, can we do a lump test on him?
Yeah, we can definitely do a lump test on him. He's got, like, round, like, 2.5 inch, 3 inch, like, big bulge.
No, he does not.
Yes, he does.
I've touched the boy's head.
You haven't touched it in the right way.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Really. If you give him a full pat down, he's got a lumpy head.
Oh my gosh, your boy's out here like a fucking mace.
Here's the thing. It's literally A-okay. Once you get old enough, like if he starts losing his hair, like we lose our hair in the Smiley family, but not too bad. But once you get old enough, okay, you got a lumpy head. Oh, I got a fucking lumpy head.
Hopefully he doesn't want us to join the swim team. That's going to be a problem for him.
That'll be a problem for him. So, but he can't really, as a 12-year-old, if he wanted to do a shave cut, which I don't know a lot of 12-year.
Right.
If you're a 12, I'm going to go out there on a limb, and if anybody has a 12-year-old that has a shave cut, correct me. You know, I will put some respect on that if you give me something to put some respect on. But if I have nothing to put respect on,
it's a simple process.
It's a simple process. Submit a ticket for respect. Respect will be given. Until that point, I'm going to say something about a 12-year-old that has a shaved head.
Thank you. Please do. Go off, kid.
Dangerous.
Yes.
Dangerous.
Yes.
Risky.
Talking about kids that are dangerous, a 98-year-old woman and her daughter are among 3 victims killed by a New Mexico student who fired randomly at cars and homes.
Okay, Tyler's got to hop in about the headlines really quick.
Woo!
I love that they use daughter even when it's a 98-year-old woman's daughter. Like, because you hear the word daughter and you think 6-year-old in the stroller. That woman was 65 years old.
Sure.
Her daughter was 65 years old.
And her daughter, right.
But if they say 98-year-old woman and 65-year-old woman are dead, they're like, well, that's...
What they should have said is 2 daughters. The 98-year-old woman
was a daughter
as well.
2 daughters. 3 victims killed. 2 daughters and a son killed in... Yeah, that's a really good point.
18-year-old high school student roamed through his neighborhood Monday, firing indiscriminately at homes and passerbys in their vehicles, according to authorities in the northwestern New Mexico town of Farmington. In all, Bo Wilson...
Bo is a scary name.
Bo is a scary name. There was a kid... Okay,
name.
I have a story about a Bo after this. Bo Wilson shot 9 people Monday morning before 4 Farmington police officers fatally shot him. Gwendolyn Schofield, 98, and daughter Melody Ivy, 73.
73!
That's 2 elderly women. Come on.
And if there's any elders out there watching, we are not discounting the fact that your loss of life is grave and
we're just saying you should be not. I mean, it was her daughter.
It was her daughter.
They're not necessarily.
They're not
incorrect.
wrong. But they're never wrong technically, except for when they said the shore said.
No, that's right. The shore. We need to. Yeah,
we need to bring that.
We
one back.
actually saw a in real life AI written article. It was fucked. It was so apparent it was AI written.
Yeah. Well, it said like 6 times that the
shore reported that
the shore reported. Yeah,
like the shore. It like got the reference point wrong in the AI like
the ocean algorithm. Shore reported that the kid was covered in sand. It's like
they didn't.
I mean, technically speaking, I guess the ocean did report it because it was the object that buried him
next to it.
Yeah, I don't. So we've got implicit 6. I'd shave my kid if I had one, and I'd name him Morpheus, whether or not he was black. Okay,
that's
perfect.
actually a good move.
And I might glue a ukulele to his right hand. I'm starting to think that this is Sonny. Sonny with a big V at the end.
Hey.
Is that the case?
Hey.
Shane, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. We're talking about random
two
acts of
elderly
violence.
women that got just mowed down by Bo.
2 daughters, and there was a third victim who may have been a daughter or son.
So if you guys comment below if you know good bows or bad bows, because I've only known one scary bow and then one bow I didn't really like. A neutral bow.
Relatively neutral bow.
But did you ever play games when you were young where like you pretended you had like psychic powers?
Absolutely. 100%.
Okay. So I went to a new school and I got in with this fucking crew and they pretended they had psychic powers and we were all like in the 5th grade, or 4th grade rather. And
3rd grade. I'm in 2nd grade.
Oh, it was last year. No, but I ended up getting in with them and they had like one guy who went like rogue. He was like part of their like good boy psychic team, but then he went rogue and he was like the evil bad villain.
Hell yeah.
And his name was Bo. And he had like a fucking weird mullet and wore sweatpants. And he had this face like he in another life had like hell raised. Like he had like tortured.
Yeah.
He had done really, really sinister shit.
We should find him.
I would, Bo, if you went to school in Minnesota, 4th grade at the whatever elementaries in
Big
Detroit
shout out.
Lakes.
How did running the villain path, like, you know, let's treat
was
life
the
like
villain,
an RPG.
I hope it was him. This kid is 18. He's only 18 though.
No, it doesn't.
Bo, if you shapeshifted into a younger age as
with
the
your
evil
psychic
do,
powers, yeah.
But it's funny because I actually convinced myself I had psychic powers for like 6 fucking weeks. I was like, yeah, I can only like kind of control him.
Why not? Why not? I can only kind of control him. It's only when I get angry.
Yeah.
Somebody pinched the tip of my dick.
Yeah, then I'll really come.
Here's the secret, guys. And you get in the club and everyone's like just playing games and you're like, you guys, I really have secret powers.
What?
But only when somebody sucks on the tip of my penis.
It's super weird.
But if you guys want to see it,
I am happy to show you.
So my special ability is that like I can transport this white ooze through the air.
Through, and it's not any typical ooze.
It's not any typical ooze. It's a very special ooze.
All right, parents arrested after 10-year-old weighing 36 pounds found walking to the grocery store. Police say. So 10 years old, 36 pounds. That's a tiny 10-year-old. That's a very gaunt skeletor of a child.
Now, just talking about misleading titles here, was he a dwarf? Was he a dwarf?
That's very possible.
Very possible.
I think they like to be called little people. Just 2023.
Son of a bitch.
We're going to have to delete this episode as well.
So you'll see episode 22 and it'll say don't ask about episode 21. I apologize for the D word.
Tyler and Krista Schnidley were arrested after police found 10-year-old son weighing just 36 pounds walking in the neighborhood. Police said that residents in Griffin, Georgia called 911 to report a lost boy wandering the neighborhood. When police arrived, the boy told police that he was hungry, walking to a nearby Kroger to get food, and asked the officers, "Please do not make me go back." He also had thin and discolored skin with visible injuries.
So he probably wasn't going to school, because if he was going to school, somebody at the school would have been like, isn't school great for that?
That is nice. Well, sometimes they're like, not much we can do. You need to really be...
But when it gets to that point, they're not like, hey, don't be mean to your kids. They like, hey, if we see blood on your children on a regular basis,
we're gonna make a stink about it.
Maybe do something. We're going to make a stink about it.
Sorry, yeah.
So
these
that's
are the
nice.
folks here.
Barrier to entry for extreme domestic violence.
In the right situation, these could be fine folks, but they do have a tinge of evil to them, don't they? I could definitely see a tinge of evil.
Yeah, so Schnidley is the kind of last name. Welcome new viewers, update viewers today. Hey, I don't want to jinx it, but this is really nice. Thanks for joining us today,
We're talking about a young man who was 10 years old, weighing 35 pounds. These are his parents.
May or may not have been a little person. Subtitles, so the titles of these things are very misleading.
They are misleading. We're not really sure.
Did he have elf ears wearing all green?
I hope not. They're wearing green, though. If this is an indication, though, they are wearing green.
And they do look somewhat elfish.
Like elfish. I could see an elven phenotype here, for sure.
Elven phenotype for sure.
For sure.
The Schnidleys are either going to be, that last name is either like somebody that runs like a Christian, like non-profit and helps people, or a villain. You're either a Schnidley or you're a Schnidley.
I imagine it's a mix of both. Like a Schnidley like runs a non-profit and they're like, all these pious, like, egalitarian philanthropists, and then they actually are a secret fucking villain.
Maybe they did. Maybe they did.
Well, they have been charged with attempted homicide in the 2nd degree and attempted malice murder.
Malice murder?
Wow.
Wait, did you just say malice murder?
That's what it says.
Folks, we've got a new criminal charge on the Brew today.
Murder. Hey!
We love finding new criminal charges.
We got it, baby. Woo! according to an affidavit, Tyler and Krista intentionally withheld food from their son, locked him in his bedroom with no access to food, lights, hot or warm running water, outside view, toilet paper, electronic communication, human interaction, adult supervision, or access to exit the bedroom for extended periods of time on multiple occasions. Griffin police described the abuse as deeply disturbing. That is deeply disturbing.
That is deeply disturbing.
That is
so what I want to say is,
distressing.
where did he poop and pee? Because wouldn't they... I mean, I guess they probably just made him clean up his own poop and pee.
I mean, they said he was in a stable condition, so maybe that was... He's pooping and peeing like a horse in a stable.
Yeah. He must
Bad
have
joke.
You
Bad
must have
joke.
picked. You must have picked a corner.
Yeah.
I think it's,
I needed a little something there.
He must have picked a corner. That was my contribution.
Okay, yeah.
You know, it just took me a second.
Hey, fair enough. He had dental injuries and disfiguration.
This is a really dark one,
This
guys.
is a super dark one.
This is a really dark one.
And what's really funny though is the dad has a shirt. Maybe you can't see it, but it says "True Best."
True best.
It literally says
abuse.
"True Best."
When we mean it when we say we're the best.
We're the best of the best,
at
baby.
child abuse.
God damn.
At Shane, you should maybe look into whether it is your uncle or not. Because if so, I would cut ties.
Oh, is this Shane Schneebly?
He said it looks like his. No, it is not. Shane
Okay, gotcha.
But who knows? Who knows?
Did you ever have?
Kind of looks like my dad a little bit.
It does
too.
look. It kind of looks like your mom a little bit.
Whoa.
Kind of your parents.
Uh-oh.
Are you a dwarf? Are you?
I mean, Tina, you heard it here first.
Tina, one of our beloved supporters, said that Tyler has tiny arms, unpromptedly.
Unprompted.
Yeah, there was no. She literally was like about to leave the conversation,
and she turns around.
And she turned around and was like, "Oh, and one more thing."
Jeff, there's just something that's been bugging me that I feel like I really need to let go of. You know, or it's gonna.
Tyler's got tiny arms.
Tiny little arms. Tina, you think my arms are tiny?
Look at his legs.
Look at these
Look at
legs.
This boy's legs.
Look at these tiny things.
It's not easy for him out here being so
I'm basically
petite.
4 sticks and a. Oh.
Show him, folks.
Look.
Look at
it. And for all you folks out there that were on our last stream,
don't do it.
One quad, and we're going into a down position. That was a transitory quad.
That was a transitory quad. I'm not going to be part of any fucking IRL quads here. When we do the digital ones, you can quad all you. Actually, please don't quad all you want.
Please don't quad.
Look at the last episode if you want to know what quads are. They're
turns out
magnificent.
disinfecting wipes are really dangerous.
They're actually bullshit. They're not only dangerous, but they're not efficacious.
They're
not effective.
Efficient.
They're not effective.
They're bad. So don't use them.
Yeah.
And what we determined last
buy
episode.
TT's isopropyl with a drop of Dawn dish soap.
Yeah, I'll sell it to you for like 30 cents above what I pay for it.
There you go.
Sell it by the bottle.
There you go.
For a year, and then I'll sell it for $2.
How long did it take you to start making your own? Did you start out right off the gate? I remember initially you just cleaned everything with Windex. Yep. You cleaned didn't matter what it was, you were cleaning it with Windex.
That's the truth.
Your own body,
that is
Windex.
The truth.
Your dog's asshole, Windex.
I saw that, my big Greek wedding, my
big fat Greek wedding, yeah.
My big fat
Wait,
Greek
is
wedding.
that a thing in there? They clean?
Oh yeah, the grandpa. No, he loves what he's like. Oh, you got an ouchie? Oh, you got an ouchie, kid?
Wait.
He's like a 7-year-old, and he sprays it with Windex and puts a Band-Aid on it. Yeah.
Okay, and that actually affected you?
I mean, I guess I used Windex, solely used Windex for
that
like 2 years.
That is the funniest thing I've ever fucking heard.
Yeah, I mean, my big fat Greek wedding
Tyler
shaped
is
my
not
business.
a pop culture guy, so when I get these little like snippets of fucking this random esoteric. That's a movie for like middle-aged Italian women that haven't found a husband.
It is.
That's what that movie is for.
Well, my next door neighbor was Greek.
Was she a middle-aged woman without a husband?
No, okay. Ari. I'm talking about Ari.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a neighbor who was Greek, so I was introduced to a lot more. I was introduced to a lot more Greek culture than I would have been otherwise.
Because you guys were actually friends for a little bit.
Yeah. I really liked Ari, and I feel bad the way things went. I'd like to reach out to him.
You liked Ari, but you also... Ooh.
Things got a little weird. I accidentally... So, folks, when I was a kid, we stick fought.
And still,
I stick fought. I've done a couple stick fights recently.
My story is different than this, so you go ahead, and then I'll proceed.
Did I SS you? Did I steal?
No, you didn't at all. Go ahead.
So we would stick fight as kids. That was a big deal. Our neighborhood, we had a couple boys, and there were some neighbors from down the road even that kind of got involved. We had a pretty good stick fighting arena.
By the way, that's so fucking fun, bro.
Yes.
I love the stick fighting thing as a kid. That's so good.
Allison is going to see Lupin stick fighting and be like, oh my gosh, you've got to stop him. And I'm going to be like, Lupin, go around the back of the house and I'm going to take your mom out
like,
for dinner.
Lupin, do you want to make a bow?
Do you want to make a bow,
I'm going to
Lupin?
get some fishing line.
Do you want to
and
make a bow?
we don't need to talk to him like that. He's a literal 10-year-old.
He is a 10-year-old. Hopefully he weighs more than 36 pounds.
Hopefully, God
But if
willing.
not, I deserve to go to jail. Smiley, that's either a villain or a superhero.
It is. It is. It's true.
Dr. Smiley!
It's true.
Anyways, we had a good stick fighting arena. It was a blast. We all loved it. Occasionally you get hurt a little bit more. Occasionally you get hurt a little bit less. Occasionally
it gets
your friend, your next door neighbor, steals your best throwing stick and hides it and says you have to keep fighting. Because things got hot and I was like, Ari, we're in a pretty bad conflict right now. I think it's a little bit dangerous to continue the fight.
Oh, you said that? You were trying to be reasonable.
I was trying to be reasonable.
Okay, you're a
He
reasonable
stole my
kid.
stick. I could have made this all up. But by the way, guys, my memories are dog shit. But I know of this one part. The main
I
thing of the
trusted
story
you,
here.
but then now that you gave the disclaimer, I know how bullshit your memory is.
Yeah. She said you had T-Rex arms. Yeah, she did say I had T-Rex arms, Shane.
No, I wish it was T-Rex arms. It was
Just skinny.
It was just skinny, tiny.
really
I think she
skinny
called you a little bitch. Tina, was it little bitch that you said?
Was it little bitch? Little bitch TT. Tiny
T-Rex arms. TTs.
tiny thingies, tiny TT. Tiny what's?
Oh, tiny T-Rex arms.
Tiny T-Rex arms. Tiny
Yeah,
T-Rex
tiny
arms.
T-Rex.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Anyways, Ari forced me to fight him.
Aristides.
He forced me to fight him, and I used one of my shitty throwing sticks, and I threw it, and it went directly through his cheek into his mouth.
Oh my god.
Like you could open his mouth, and you could see it.
Oh my god.
It was. I hit him with it.
Oh
it
my
stayed,
god.
and it went like this, and his face went.
And it stayed with his mouth agape?
With his mouth agape, it stayed in his face, and he just went.
He looks like a fucking, like...
And he runs inside, and I'm like following him, like very scared, like following him, and I just hear his mom go, "What the fuck?" And I just ran. I ran back to my house. I ran to my house.
Where did you go?
I hid in the woods.
You fucking hid.
I hid in the woods.
Oh
I've hid in
my
the woods
God.
twice. I've hid in the woods twice in my life.
Okay.
Once when Ari got the thing thrown through his mouth, and once I accidentally blew up 2 gallons of gasoline at once, and it almost shattered like a bunch of windows in our house. And my dad came out.
And was like, what the fuck?
It's
the same thing.
Same
what the
thing.
Fuck?
What the fuck?
When you hear what the
going
fuck,
on?
you hide.
Yeah, that's... So if you ever need me to hide for some
Just
reason...
get let out a staunch...
Russia's
guttural,
invading,
what
I'm
the
being
fuck?
way too loud, just say what the fuck really loud to me,
Yeah,
and I will
and then
hide.
you will hide.
Hide and shut the fuck up. So I stabbed him through the face. Things got kind of weird after that. Our friendship was kind of rocky after I stabbed him through the face.
wait, when was this? Because I came into the fold after this then.
This
I would have remembered this.
This was probably...
8th grade?
Yeah, 13, 14.
7th grade?
13,
okay,
14,
okay,
7th,
13,
8th
14,
grade.
that's 7th, 8th. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is a full year and a half before I came to this.
Yeah.
Because you guys were still hanging out.
Yeah, the dust had settled from that,
Okay.
but a tone had been set. The
Well,
tone was,
I think-
Tyler's the kind of friend that stabs me in the face with a stick.
I think as a child, you may have built up like a shield, like a hyper defense thing, because I remember when we first started hanging out, I thought you were such a great guy. I thought, and I still do. I was like, this guy's funny. This guy's smart.
Oh, God.
He's interesting. And then I hung out with you in a social setting with Ari, and I just remember taking note as like a 15-year-old being like, whoa, he's like really mean to Ari. Like, this is like his friend? And I was like, I hope he doesn't like try and treat me this way. Because like, he's like really like, this is like a weird thing but I still liked you. I was like, I like this guy. He's a chiller.
That's so weird to hear from me, because I didn't know that.
Oh, dude, I like remember it. I remember being like, whoa. I mean, I had to make like a character assessment. Yeah. I was like, well, he's not like that to me.
You took like a 24 to 48 hour hold on like knowing who I was.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna have like 2 weird dreams about this.
Right.
Process it and then go.
But then I was like, let's fucking just do some
Let's
pills.
do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, so the other thing I remember about Ari is he fucking swallowed the goldfish. We did really quick, for all those people that like say that, you know, pop culture and celebrities aren't bad influences, what they're influences.
They are influences.
We saw Jackass, and then we were like, "Oh, let's replicate that."
Whether they're good or bad,
we had our friend
on their
drink
actions.
a goldfish and puke it back out, and it was your little brother's goldfish,
and it died.
And it died, and he was upset, rightfully so.
He was very upset.
We have that on a home movie camera. Actually,
we do. We still have that.
We need
so
to
we
release
have
the
Ari.
lost tapes.
Ari, if you are out there.
Ari, please, you're a cop now, so please don't arrest us.
Please don't arrest us.
He became
2,
a cop because of you.
If I was a cunt, and it sounds like I was a cunt, I'm from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry. I'll look into the camera when I say this. From the bottom of my heart, I am sorry. I don't know why.
Folks,
I don't fucking know why.
He's a great actor. He's
I'm a
saving
great actor.
face right now.
I'm a snake. 2, for the fish, big salute.
We both salute.
Big fucking salute.
Big fucking salute.
Big fucking salute.
Because you did not need to go into that stomach acid, and you did. And that's just...
You got that fish out. You got that fish out.
Dude, I bet that was difficult. And all of his friends are around him being like, come on, Ari, just do it. You got it. I don't know what would be worse, drinking the fish
or trying to puke it back out. Well, I think the first, 10 pukes... You're like,
whatever.
We're getting this fish out. When you're
like
fish 32 and you're like pounding half a gallon of water at a time just to get the liquid.
He was drinking a bunch of water.
Yeah, he was drinking water to...
And the fish was probably like, okay, this isn't so bad.
Okay.
A mix of acid and water and acid and water.
It was really distressing when the fish came out, guys. You don't want to see...
It looked all weird for sure. One thing about stick fighting, though, it was so much fun. One time I was doing because we had this thing in Italy where we lived in a Navy housing complex and stick fighting was huge. And so it was called Trinidad. And
Trinidad was the housing community?
Trinidad was the housing community.
I was hoping Trinidad was the game you played and that was the name you guys made for it.
No, Trinidad was the housing community, but I'm trying to remember they had this they were called the Seeds, but I can't remember. It had something to do with Trinidad. But they were called the Seeds, and it was an acronym for something, and they were like the Trinidad Power Center Force. We took it very seriously.
Yeah.
Because we're all in this little area. And so I remember I wanted to fight the big boss, but he was like, no, you got to fight my minis first, and then you can fight me. And I was like, no problem. Because I'm all, stick fighting.
Yeah.
So I fucking am fighting this kid. I hit him in the forehead on accident. And he kind of is like, he holds his head, and I won. I won. Great. I'm going to fucking get the next lackey. He starts just cavalcading, just streaming blood. Cascading, not cavalcading. Cascading blood. His entire face looked like he had been, fucking hit with a blood packet. And his mom also came out screaming, wailing, flailing.
Did you run?
I didn't run. I was like a deer in headlights. I was in fear.
Fight, flight, or freeze.
I froze. I literally froze. And
freeze is an option.
I just remember. I don't know. It's kind of anticlimactic because I just couldn't stick fight anymore. But my mom and the other kid's mom came to some sort of agreement, and they were like, yeah, head wounds, they bleed a lot, so try.
That's the takeaway.
That was literally the takeaway.
If it was anywhere else on his body, I would be pissed. But head wounds bleed.
Somehow it was all good. But then my mom was like, "Listen, you can't stick fight anymore." But then I just kept stick fighting.
Of course you do.
Yeah, that's when I became an archer.
Yeah.
I built my.
Nice.
I literally remember telling some kid's dad, I was like, "Yeah, my mom said I can't stick fight no more," but she didn't say nothing but being an archer. As I'm fucking pulling my
stringing up your archer,
my shitty fucking thing that did nothing.
Oh yeah. That's great.
One more story.
Hey, really quick though, did any of you guys stick fight when you were kids?
Yeah,
because I have a feeling. I have a feeling that some of you did.
Yeah,
did any of you guys have a serious injury to yourself or one of your friends or one of your enemies when you were stick fighting?
Yeah.
And if so, when that came out, did you fight, flee, or freeze?
And also, did you have any special things that you pretended like something you pretended was a grenade or something that you pretended was throwing
boomerang
stick,
right? Never boomerang.
Did you have any specialty instruments that you guys kind of employed?
That's all valuable information.
So one time I had somebody betray me. They were a friend. Ooh. Yeah, they were a friend, and we were in a social setting, and it was kind of like monkey shit where they decided to go with the other group instead of my group. And then I had this bamboo stick because it was big and I felt like a fucking Donatello Ninja Turtle because it was a big old staff. Mm-hmm. And then Michael was like, "Hey, let me see your stick." And but this is my buddy. He spent the night at my house. Oh, he had a Donald Duck impersonation that was great. And he ended up just in front of everybody being like, "Let me see your stick really quick." And I was like, I was hesitant. He's like, no, I just want to see it really quick. And I was like, okay. And then he took it, and I remember he's like, see, the problem with the stick is it's so freaking flimsy. And he broke my bamboo stick in front of my crew, his crew, and like fucking like a murderer. Just broke it and said things as he snapped each time.
You were living through an episode of like a very quality children's action.
Dude,
action show.
Yeah, it shook me to my core. I was like, there's true evil in this world.
There's true evil?
There's true evil in this world. And I'm looking at the face of it right now.
Oh, my
I was like 10 years
God.
old.
Your first betrayal.
It might have been my first betrayal.
Oh, God.
It was rough. So if any of you guys have any betrayals, any stick fighting things,
Betrayal stories.
let us know.
Something that you could never forgive someone for.
Oh, we did that at a show.
Yeah,
somebody can never forgive someone for.
Betrayals. I've got a song called Extractive Reminiscence that's supposed to be, supposed to sound like it's 3 minutes, but it's the 1 second you turn and realize you've been betrayed by like your dearest one, you know?
Dearest one.
It's a cool.
Can we get some comments? It looks like some people are talking.
Yeah, we've got some stuff here. So, we've got Implicit 6. I can second this claim of Tyler's true story. Ari was not fond of Tyler moving forward after the stick penetrated his face. Talking about snap assumptions, Jeff thought that Implicit 6 was a dick from the moment you met him.
If that's Sunny, I definitely didn't. In fact, I was like, not intimidated by Sonny, but I didn't know what the situation was because he looked such an adult. Like, hanging out with Sonny was one of the first times where I was like, whoa, I'm kind of like a big kid.
I'm kind of like a big kid now.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, we're all kind of out here.
Just as a heads up for everyone, Sonny weighed more than my dad plus my dad.
Yeah, no, Sonny was a behemoth of
not
a man.
Not in a bad way, not in like a big way.
He had
just in a
if I'm remembering right, puka shell necklace and like fucking cool ass like surfer hair with the beanie, and I was just like, and he played guitar really well too, and I was just like,
no, you see,
I'm friends with the guy who like is a fucking cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he 22?
Is he 22? Probably.
He must be.
I'm not saying shit.
He's 16. I'm not telling anyone.
I'm not telling no one nothing.
Oh my god. Yeah, Logan, I remember, and we got some comments from Logan here too. Shane Burleson, he got into a fight. He was hit. He cried. That's a valid response.
Dude, fucking cry it up.
Cry it up.
You get hit in the face with a stick.
You get fucked up.
You can cry as a child.
Absolutely.
Totally
it's a perk of being a kid is that you can cry.
You can cry.
Logan, I just gotta say, I remember me and you had some pretty serious stick wars in...
really?
Yeah. What was the place...
I bet Logan was fun to stick fight with. I bet he was very fucking crafty.
Well, and it was not Gamblewood, it was...
Port Gamble?
No, it was...
Gamblehood?
It was the big community out by Indianola. The big one. The big one.
Where Miller Bay.
Miller Bay Estates.
Yeah,
it was Miller Bay Estates. So, like, that crew was, like, fucking 40 kids. Like, when I went over to Logan's house, I was like, this is a fucking gang.
Yeah.
This is no longer, like, some kids hanging out in a neighborhood.
Miller Bay got
this is
rowdy,
a fucking gang.
for sure. I went to Miller Bay to hang out with Sean Stewart and Brittany Clinkert, I think.
They knew how to crew up.
Yeah.
They knew how to crew the fuck up.
There's a pool there.
There's a pool
and
there.
And things get weird around water. Like you said, when there's a pool in a neighborhood, some sort of pheromones start to, the chlorine permeates in your skull of your child.
Yeah.
They don't even need to have a skull surgery. It'll fucking get in there and it'll start causing a little bit of bullshit.
Xenomorph syndrome.
Okay, really quick. Homeless men recruited for veteran hotel scam.
Ooh.
In Poughkeepsie, 7 homeless men have come forward to say they were part of a group of men recruited at a Poughkeepsie homeless shelter to act as veterans that had been displaced from a Newburgh hotel in order for a non-profit organization to perpetrate a fraud on the public.
Oh,
God.
Wow.
When you see shit like this, you're like, this is where my tinfoil hat brain goes. I'm like, yeah, of course. People do this all the time. It's all like this.
See, I'm just thinking, if you're the guy from the Poughkeepsie Hotel, you're just like, what the actual fuck is going on?
I have 4.5 stars on Yelp.
I have 4.5 stars on
6 months ago.
I've never ousted a veteran that I can recall.
My dad served. He was in the Coast Guard.
I did oust him. But
I did oust him. He abused me.
But his name was Schindley.
Schindley. And I'm a 35-pound dwarf.
And I'm a 35-pound dwarf. Schindley's list.
And I'm doing well for myself.
Okay, so don't... Good God. If you're gonna cancel someone else...
The men told Mid-Hudson News on Thursday night they were part of a group of 15 men that were supposed to pretend they were veterans that had been kicked out of the Crossroads Hotel in the town of Newburgh last Friday. Shout out Crossroads Hotel. Hey, leave Crossroads Hotel a good review online.
Leave them a good review online.
If you want.
And who was the gentleman that put this all together? We should have them firebomb. Oh, we can't incite violence.
Well, we could.
Could we?
Maybe.
We can incite violence, but not legally.
The saga of the displaced veterans received national attention when Assemblyman Brian Maher stepped in to denounce the hotel's actions and grabbed headlines along with an appearance on a conservative TV network to raise money for the YIT Foundation, which claims had housed the veterans at the hotel. Okay. Foundation director Sharon Tony Finch appears to have fabricated the entire story, causing Maher to admit yesterday that he'd been duped by Finch and her lies.
Duped by Finch and her lies.
Oh
That's a great way to finish out. They finished out that sentence right.
Finch's story began to unravel last Monday after Mid-Hudson News began looking into the plight of the displaced veterans. An investigation by Mid-Hudson News uncovered a series of lies that led to the belief that the veterans Finch had claimed were displaced did not even exist. On Thursday night, he met with a group of 7 men at a homeless shelter. The men said that 2 people came into the shelter saying they had work and needed 15 men between the ages of 40 and 60 to take a trip to meet with an elected official for a discussion on homelessness. They were each promised $200 along with food and alcohol. What's up? They were familiar with one of the recruiters, Diana, claiming she had previously stayed at a shelter. So here's one of the homeless men with a sign demanding his $200 from Sharon Finch.
So did they not get the $200?
I think they straight up didn't get the $200. One of the homeless men with a sign demanding his $200 from Sharon Finch.
So
this man was also duped by Finch and her lies.
Duped by Finch and her lies. See, Finch for me, I read a lot of sci-fi. Finch could definitely be like a lightweight, what they call a belter. They could be a lady who lives in space and is like a mechanical girl, a mechanic girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Ebony Finch.
Yeah. Sure.
Or she could be a duper.
She's a fucking duper,
She's a fucking duper. On Earth, she's a duper. In the belt, in the asteroid belt, the belter girl, she's a mechanic. Once
recruited, the men were loaded into vehicles and transported to the Daily Planet Diner in LaGrange, where they were joined by a third person, who now is identified as Finch. Finch told the men they could order anything they wanted from the menu, and their drinks were also to be paid for. One of the men, who asked to remain nameless, says, "We ate like kings." Sharon introduced herself and told us we could have whatever we wanted and she would pick up the tab. After eating and drinking, Finch gathered the men in the parking lot to explain the actual work they were about to perform. One of the men said Finch told them that they were going to a meeting where she would be explaining how they'd been kicked out of a hotel to make room for migrants. She told us to act like we were veterans that had been displaced, and she told us that if we asked, we were supposed to say that we had been kicked out, and Sharon Finch found us rooms at the Fisk Hill. He also noted the men were unwilling to answer.
Not Fisk Hill.
Fishkill! Sorry, Fishkill.
Fishkill. A hotel named the Fishkill.
Oh my god.
That is not a... that's...
Yeah.
You don't fucking... I mean, I guess... Maybe if you're in a fishing town.
Right. I
guess maybe if you're exclusively renting to only fishermen. But even if you're in a fishing town and you think... Well, but 50% of the people are going to want to go on a hike, 50% of the people are hikers here. 50% of the people are just going on vacation. You don't name your hotel Fishkill. Like, this is for, like... what's the place that only does fish? It's not Squim, it's
Port Angeles?
Nah, yeah, kind of.
Fish?
But no, there's another one. Is
there one that only does fish?
It's just basically fish, but I can't remember what it is. Fucking scrap it. Veto button me.
All right.
We're gonna get some veto buttons, folks.
We're gonna do some veto buttons. I want to try something really quick because a lot of times with these things, like I want to just read a little bit and keep it going, but sometimes there's funny details that we miss, but then it gets long-winded.
You're going to GPT
I'm going to GPT a quick fucking just synopsis.
How do you feel about us GPTing down our news articles so that we can give you the cut?
Yeah, I'm going to say...
News, and give you more cuts. Welcome new viewers. Go ahead and shout out in the comments. Let us know that you're thinking, or we'll let you know.
8
Just
sentences.
Shout out in the comments.
I'm going to synthesize this to 8 sentences. Okay.
So this is the side-by-side, folks. You just heard the story of... That is more than 7 sentences.
Yeah, holy shit. Okay.
Make it only
now
7
make
sentences.
it 50 words.
Here we go.
Don't fuck with me. 7 homeless men recruited from a Poughkeepsie shelter to pose as veterans in a fraudulent scheme orchestrated by a non-profit organization. Assemblyman Brian Maher denounced the actions of a Newburgh hotel, unaware of the fabricated story by Foundation director Sharon Tony Finch. Investigation revealed the deception and involvement of the Orange County Chamber of Commerce. So we got most of it.
Yeah,
we got most of it.
Yeah, but you do lose something in translation.
You do lose something. So
you do lose something.
Yeah, it's
it's hard.
We want to read and react in real time, but we also don't want to lollygag.
Mm-hmm. I think we spent
a little bit too long.
Yeah,
a tiny bit too long.
Yeah, 2 to 3 minutes too long. Yeah. Hey, let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments. Have you been part of any schemes? Do you have any schemes?
Oh yeah.
Well, give the folks at home one of your schemes. I feel like you're a scheme guy.
I don't think I can. I don't think I can let them know my schemes.
Come on, let them know your schemes, baby.
There's the one that's popping to mind. I can't let them know.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I can't let them know.
Oh, come on.
I can't let them know about that scheme.
Can you can you dance around it?
Can I dance around it? No.
Okay.
No, I can't dance around it.
I have a mild scheme.
Okay.
This is such a harmless scheme.
If any of you guys have schemes, go ahead and drop it in the comments.
I may have talked about this, but I have a scheme with Google reviews.
Okay.
So right now, passively throughout the last 6 years of my life, I've just been leaving 5-star Google reviews. Just, if I go to an open mic and the bartender's nice, I'm like, oh, good.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Me too.
If
I always
go
ask for their name and I'm like, I'll leave a...
Okay, now that we're saying this, I think I've exactly said this, and I think you also agreed that you did this too.
On the brew? We're at Brew 21!
I know, we're already recycling
Well,
bits.
no, I was going to say we're 20 deep. You can go back on
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe when we were at Brew 201, I could recycle a story, but at this point...
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, okay.
I've got a bad memory, guys.
For the good folks at home, and my scheme that I've got going right now is I leave good reviews. So right now I've got like 12, 13
This seems
good
like
reviews.
a really bad scheme.
But I'm saving up for when I have bad service somewhere. Because I'm going to leave a scathing review. I'm going to leave a scathing review, and then I'm going to end it with the sentence, I don't even leave bad reviews. Go look at my other reviews. Maybe I'll put it at the beginning. That way people really know. I don't even leave bad. Go look at my... And then I just have 5-6 years of good reviews.
Yeah, no, that's
waiting.
Like the most...
I'm fucking waiting, baby.
That's like the most... Like, I feel like you work for like a box manufacturing company. Like that's the scheme of a man who's like a regional manager. He's like 26 years. He's in as a regional manager, but it's a box manufacturing company. Like your job is to like handle 20 employees. Their only purpose is to fold boxes and then pack the boxes in another box and then send the box out. That's, you know what I'm saying?
That sounds like a horrible job. I hate box management.
And if there's any box managers out there, we're sorry.
We salute you.
We'll put some respect on it if you let us
know.
Put
so much respect on anybody who has to sort with boxes all the time.
Yeah.
I hate boxes.
It's rough.
In my job, I have to deal with packages.
The thing is, new boxes are different. New boxes are different than old boxes.
The new boxes are different, but breaking down boxes?
Oh, it's awful!
Fuck breaking down boxes.
Here's a scheme of mine. It's not really a scheme, it's just an invention. And it didn't invent
Wait,
it. It's just
one
an
more
idea.
time for the...
For Tina!
Yeah, baby!
Creepy TT coming
out! Baby! Ow!
Is his head where his butt's supposed to be?
I don't know.
Is he upside down?
I'm disturbed and aroused. I'm freaking out right now. Why is your head so red?
It's because I'm...
Why, Redhead Redemption.
Oh, God, Redhead Redemption. That's a porn.
Oh, my God.
Redhead Redemption.
And if it isn't, we should make it.
Redhead Redemption.
Yeah, Redhead
Fuck!
Redemption.
That's totally... Okay, so my scheme is not a scheme. I have two schemes.
Red Dead Sensation?
Red Dead Sensation.
No. Okay, sorry.
Redhead Redemption is really what it's at.
You go ahead.
Red Dead Procreation. No.
Okay, I like that.
Redhead Re-Election. It's the second Redhead. It's the second porn movie, but it's Redhead.
I don't know. That's not that funny, but for some reason it was.
Yeah. It's not. It's like if you read the words, it wouldn't be funny, but with the context, it is. So, a thing that attaches to like a fence post, and you put all your boxes in it, and you drive your car bumper. You drive your car bumper into a plastic bumper, and it just crushes all your boxes for you.
Oh, wait, what?
So you just have like a bin that's like, 3 feet by 3 feet. You kind of mash your boxes in there. You just kind of mash them in there.
Wait, sorry. I was trying to cue us up for the next story. Say that again. So you're using a car to smash boxes?
Yeah. So you just build like a metal box that has one side that will fold down under pressure, right? Fold down like this. And so the power that pushes
Is this a big can crusher?
It's a big can crusher for boxes. Okay. It's a big can
and
crusher
you use
for boxes.
Your car?
And you use your car for it. The other option would be a hydraulic lever, but Why do that when you can save the
And
money?
you could have
You've
a
already got
hydraulic
a car.
leak. You could have hydraulic fluid
exactly.
spitting
Why
out.
fuck around with it? So that's my non-scheme invention idea.
You have so many better inventions than that.
I mean, I do.
Tell
Sure
the
I do.
he's a real Thomas Edison. This guy with the
you're sweet,
fucking.
you're
I mean,
sweet,
you are.
you're
That's
sweet,
the one
you're
you
sweet.
show the folks.
I mean, it had to do with boxes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
it is-
sorry.
okay.
I was queuing up.
We're doing good
I'm
business
sorry.
here.
My bad.
Now the scheme that I have
Okay,
is that
yes,
I'm about to
please.
run a carpet cleaning business, and I cannot find. Hey, if any of you guys have any experience with carpet cleaning and would be interested in like getting in on the ground level and like starting a carpet cleaning business, shout out because I am looking for someone.
This boy.
I'm gonna
he's ready.
start hiring carpet cleaning companies once a week to clean the one room that I have carpet in still, and I'm going to shake hands with them. And if they do good work and seem like good kids, I'm gonna poach. I'm gonna poach them.
Wow.
Yeah. That's my scheme. I can't find someone. I tried the honest path. I'm a bad schniddly.
That's a good scheme.
I'm a
bro.
bad schniddly.
That's a good scheme.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When it reminds me of when I was apartment managing, and I would call other complexes and pretend I was looking for an apartment.
Oh, to get price points?
Just to see what their prices were
Yeah,
at.
yeah.
I was like, right, and how many square feet? And that one does have a fireplace.
Yeah. I've done that with a couple carpet cleaning companies, and I'm like, oh god, I'm charging way too little.
Oh yeah.
Stanley
yeah.
Steamer, I ran the numbers on them. We're charging less than 50% of what Stanley Steamer
Wow.
charges.
Jeez, but you
Yeah.
50% is good of a job.
I mean,
actor Danny Masterson, beloved from That 70s Show, allegedly drugged women to rape them and relied on his association with the Church of Scientology to evade consequences, according to the prosecutor's closing arguments.
Who is actor Danny Masterson?
The former star of That 70s Show faces charges of raping 3 women between 2001 and 2003. That was the That 70s Show heyday.
Wait. The main character?
No, that's Topher Grace, bro.
Okay. Who's Danny Masterson?
Topher's a sweetheart. Hyde.
I can see it. I can see
Right?
it. Yeah, the thing is, I like Hyde, but like if you were gonna pick one person
it would
from
have
that
to be
70s
Hyde.
show,
It would have to be fucking Hyde.
Yeah.
Hyde or maybe Dad. The dad. Donna's dad.
Or Donna's dad.
You were thinking Eric's dad?
Yeah, that doesn't.
That would be too scary.
That would be too.
I could not have him raping any women.
You don't. You would have nightmares just.
That is too.
Hearing
fucked
about
up.
that as a possibility.
That's too fucked up. So Masterson's attorney highlighted inconsistencies in the women's testimonies.
Well,
as a good attorney,
women that are
suggesting they cast reasonable doubt on his guilt. The prosecutor emphasized the role of the Church of Scientology in discouraging the women from reporting the incidents to police. Masterson has pled not guilty to the charges. The jury is expected to deliberate soon. So really quick, folks, this is one of the ones I put into ChatGPT to synthesize into 50 words. But then, we try to find, other bits and bobs about the story. So I asked ChatGPT, I said, anything funny from this story? And ChatGPT said, I'm sorry, but the story you provided is quite serious and focuses on allegations of rape and legal proceedings. It's important to approach such topics with sensitivity and respect. If you have any other requests or topics you'd like me to assist you with, please let me know.
That's fair, ChatGPT.
That's super fucking fair,
That's super fair, ChatGPT.
But I just gotta see. Humor can be extracted.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe one of the fucking people that accused him has an eye patch. That's kind of funny. That's a little bit fucking funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just fucking seeing here. Anyway, did you know anybody with an eye patch?
I do know someone with an eye patch.
Do you?
Yeah, and here's something that haunts my dreams. Do you want to know how he got the eye patch?
Oh, what?
He was underneath the house, and he was fixing some plumbing. He's a plumber. He was underneath the house, and he left underneath the house, and he was fine. And then there was a little mark on his eye.
Fuck me.
He was all chill, no big
That's
worries.
the worst.
And then he was like, it's swelling up really weird. And then it started getting a little blurry, and this is like 2 weeks after it happens, and then he went to the doctor, and they were like, ew, fuck, you got bit in the eye by a brown recluse, bro.
What?
Yeah, and he was like, what? And they were like, yeah, your eye, it's gonna, it's coming out.
Ooh.
It's coming out, bud.
You're gonna brown re-loose your eye.
You're gonna lose your eye. Yeah. And for you folks, this really hits home right now, because I've got a fucking sty
in his eye
right now.
Imagine... You should be wearing an eye patch. You should be wearing an eye patch.
I should potentially be wearing an eye patch.
That was nice how the camera adjusted to you when you got close.
Oh.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out.
Autofocus?
Yeah. Camera gets real adjusted when you get close.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
nice, right?
That is. Yeah. That is. It's got a nice bokeh on it.
A nice bokeh.
For some reason, whenever I say bokeh, I always think of
creamy
bukkake. Bokeh.
I could see it.
You know?
I could definitely see it.
And the way the way Papa James...
Don't accidentally say that in like a fucking film setup though. Yeah, if we could just add like a nice bukkake to it. I just want it to be like a creamy picture.
Creamy bukkake picture. Yeah. No, just the way PJ talked about it. In our studio, we got
Papa James, the mix master himself, our boy. We love you, Papa James. We'll talk soon.
We'll talk very, very soon.
We'll talk very soon.
But every time he would say Bokeh, it would be like it was almost like he would take a pause and he would say
Bokeh.
Yeah. It's like
there was gravitas.
There was gravitas, sensuality. Yeah. It was a serious statement. Yeah. He really did want to find the Bokeh.
Really.
And he fought hard to find the Bokeh, and he did find the Bokeh.
He found it.
And are we sure that Bokeh's how you say that?
I think it's Boca. I'm pretty sure he was always saying it incorrectly.
You gotta show him the doll head.
I gotta show him the doll head. Is there anything else? Because we're getting to the last story here. So do you have any other? I know. Oh fuck! I'm not supposed to say. We're getting to the end here.
Yeah, you don't say it.
Do you have any?
We just lost two viewers right after you.
Did we actually?
No. Sorry.
Okay.
Throwing this guy for a loop.
Did you have anything else to say about the brown recluse story? Because that threw me. I thought you were gonna say he got like a weird like fungus in there.
Yeah.
That multiplied over the 12 weeks.
What I don't like about that story is that one.
How did he
if he would have just gone to the doctor, he would have been okay.
Fuck me. But he didn't. But it didn't hurt.
It didn't hurt. No. When I got bitten by a brown recluse.
Vaguely.
I got bitten by a brown recluse, and it took them like 5 months to figure out what had happened because I had gotten a splinter there a while before that and was like, it's gotta be the splinter. And so they were digging around for a splinter. And one time I went in and they were like, okay, here's what we're going to do, son. It appears that you have like gangrene on your hand and it is rotting from the inside out. So what we're going to do is we're going to soak your hand. We're not going to give you any local anesthetic. And then we're going to use essentially sandpaper and tear all of the skin out of this rotting wound to get to the splinter. That makes sense, doesn't it? And I'm like, I'm not a doctor. Fuck me up, I guess.
Did they numb you up?
No.
So you just got sandpapered?
I just got fucking sandpapered and they tore all this skin off.
What weird Kitsap doctors did you go to?
I don't fucking know. Man. But they tore it all out and they were like, no splinter. Must not be a splinter. They didn't diagnose it that day what it was, but they were like, definitely not a splinter.
Yeah, you're good. You just got a little bit of gangrene.
You just got a little bit of gangrene. And then like a week later, they were like, probably a brown recluse. Actually makes a lot of sense now that I'm thinking about it. And
use
then
some hose water. Just use a little hose water.
Just use a little hose water on it. Yeah, no, they had to do something. They had to do like an antidote or something like that. But it rotted out a circle, probably like half in. No, more than half, like 3/4 of an inch.
Was it this one?
It was.
So maybe this is the remnants of the brown recluse.
Oh, could be. Yeah.
What that?
I got PFs, folks.
You got PFs. He's got split fingies.
Oh no, it's this one.
Can you show the good folks at home the PFs?
Yeah.
Don't look for bottles at the bottom of Port Gamble Bay.
Reassess. Refocus. There we go.
Reassess.
There we go.
Creepy dolls washing ashore in Texas are being used to help birds and sea turtles. These nightmare-inducing dolls have been showing up for years, traveling on currents. So, really quick, folks, this is what the dolls look like. Nice timing with that.
Thank you.
Really good timing with that, bro.
Pretty fucking scary, actually, guys.
Really, really scary.
Pretty fucking scary.
Here, there's actually a couple other ones. I'm going to show you the dolls first, and then I'll tell you the story. So that's, you think of that what you will, but I don't think of it favorably.
Allison, my wife, loves scary dolls. Oh, that one is actually, like, really fucked. That's the most. I think that's the most fucked one.
It's pretty.
It looks like its mouth is full of grubs.
Yeah.
Its mouth full of grubs?
It looks like Grubs from Lion King. Oh, this one I could kind of fall in love with.
Yeah. Reminds me of Blueface a little bit.
Yeah, totally. That one is beautiful.
Beautiful specimen.
Yeah. All right. Let's dig into
how.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna.
How are they helping?
Because this is gonna. Whoa. Okay. Well,
that's not a doll.
So this is a fiberglass mermaid.
That's kind of hot.
She's kind of She's got that rump, bro.
She's packing merbutt.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Merman.
No tail though. So that's kind of a problem
for me. Her tail got busted off.
Somebody done fucked her tail off. Okay.
We're running this through the old GPT now, folks. This is the dry run of our. Well, actually, it is the wet run.
It is the wet run.
This is the wet dry run of ChatGPT synthesizing news articles for us.
Yeah,
I think you need more than 50 words, maybe 100.
You need 100?
I think maybe you need 100, or maybe even 150.
Okay.
Because that's still like a 90% reduction, you know?
That's fair. Here, let's see if we can go to a different GPT here.
Fresh GPT.
Yeah.
Not Chat GPT, Fresh GPT.
Synthesize this into 100
Sometimes
words.
you get on a weird chat with GPT and it is telling you stuff you don't want to hear about yourself.
So basically, for years, see that seems
years.
like 50, is that 100 words? Nay. I'm gonna say nay. Nay. Make it 200. Hell yeah. Wait. Okay. For several years. Oh wait, that's good.
Okay.
What the fuck, ChatGPT? I asked for 100 words. They gave me like 27, and then I said 200.
Just do the 100. Actually, just do
I'm
the
gonna
200.
do the 200. I'm gonna do the 200. All right. For several years, nightmarish dolls have been mysteriously appearing, carried by ocean currents and washing ashore in Texas. These unsettling dolls with their missing limbs, empty eye sockets filled with barnacles, and haunting stares have become a recurring phenomenon. The Mission Aransas Reserve at the University of Texas Marine Science Institute has found a creative way to make use of these eerie findings. During their routine beach surveys, they carefully collect the most captivating discoveries, including the barnacle-encrusted dolls. These items are then put up for auction, attracting attention from both local and international audiences. That makes sense. They're beautiful specimens.
So they're converting them to money.
Okay. While the primary goal is to raise funds for marine wildlife rehabilitation, the dolls have gained unexpected fame. Media outlets have... Are you about to quat right now?
No. No, but now that you've said it, it's on my mind.
Shit. Media outlets have featured these dolls, and they have even caught the attention of well-known personalities like comedian John Oliver, who purchased 12 dolls for a substantial amount. Wow. These are like IRL rich people NFTs.
Yeah.
The auctions have become a platform.
Wow, IRL NFTs?
Yeah.
Objects? Object reality?
What a fucking novel idea.
What the fuck?
The auctions have become a platform for educating the public about the impacts of ocean pollution and the need for conservation efforts. In addition to the dolls, the auction... I'm just imagining this is a fucking scam as well.
Oh, yeah.
They put the shit in there. These haven't been... A makeup artist like made them look like they've been there.
Sure.
But somebody found them after they were placed there like 30 seconds ago by
That's a good scheme.
Finch. That's a good scheme.
And who's hurt?
Who is hurt?
Who's hurt?
Who's hurt?
When you can scheme and not hurt someone,
That's Excelsior.
that's Excelsior.
That's what I consider Excelsior.
I feel like that's a good...
In addition to the dolls, the auction also offers other peculiar items found along the Texas coast, ranging from fiberglass mermaids to antique coal blocks from the 19th century steamships. That's cool.
That is
The proceeds from these auctions contribute to the preservation of marine life and provide support to bird rehabilitation centers. The annual auction, filled with curiosity and a touch of macabre.
Macabre.
Macabre? Yeah, fuck.
Macabre.
I've seen that, but I never knew.
Yeah, macabre.
It's like colonel or knight.
Sure, yeah.
Colonel
it's
or knight.
completely fucked.
Fuck that shit. Has become an eagerly anticipated event in Port Arkansas. Okay.
Port Arkansas, Texas.
Because up here it said the Mission of Aransas Reserve, and I was like, I'm not reading that as Arkansas because it's not. But then now it says Port Arkansas. Whatever.
Port Arkansas, Texas, folks. States on states.
States on states. Bidders seeking novelty or unique decorations are engaged in friendly competition, all in good fun for a worthy cause. The event serves as a reminder of the ongoing battle against ocean pollution and the importance of protecting our precious marine ecosystems.
So one ship in like 1972 from China carrying dolls.
Yeah.
Just ate shit.
Yeah, and now we've got John Oliver. He's the coolest guy on Beverly Hills.
So if you want to learn anything from this, folks, it's buy a lot of something, ship it, fucking sink the ship, and then sell it 50 years later.
Just make sure you don't skimp on the barnacles.
Folks. And with that, to Richard, yes, I've got some nice tan lines. I've been putting sunscreen on. I don't do a good job. I hate putting sunscreen on, so I do a bad job.
Yeah, I get it. And to any of you folks that are going to be in the Seattle area this Thursday, I'm doing the second Seattle pun off.
He's doing
I'm going to do a pun competition. I don't know. I guess there was 250 people that came to the first one, so It's about to be hot in there. And we're about to do puns.
Do you have a random pun?
I mean, see, here's the thing. I need to watch videos of how they battle because there's like 7 different rules. And I was kind of getting discouraged. I was like, ooh, I don't know if I want to like do this. Maybe I'll just watch and then I'll like compete after I know. But then I was talking to somebody and they were like, just be you. And I was like, I'm going to be me. I'm going to be me.
I'm going to be me, baby.
I'm going to be me, yeah.
I'm going to be me, baby. I'm just imagining it's a really mean competition. They just roast the fucking shit out of you with puns on stage.
Yeah.
It's like a lot more intense than you think. They're like, oh, hey, it's very fun. It's very fun.
That would be a competition. Where they're trying to be a dick to me.
Hey, that's, you know what?
That was for, I don't know.
That was quick.
That wasn't great.
That wasn't great, but it was quick.
Competition. They're trying to be a dick to me the most. I don't know. May 25th, Seattle Pun Off. Also, July 8th, we are playing a comedy show, baby.
May 28th?
No. You're like, wait, what? When?
No, that's your one.
Mine's May 25th, and then 25th. July 8th. July 8th. We're playing a comedy show. And we might be playing the Battle of the Bands. I don't know.
We're seeing, folks. That would be early July,
That would be amazing. But that would be in July. But we're not sure. We put our request out there. The guy who runs it followed us on Facebook, but we're not sure if we're actually going to get, approved. So
yeah, we can hope. Andrew Lang Studios.
Robert Lang Studios.
He followed us. I got really excited and then realized it was kind of like a must for... Maybe it's not a must,
Maybe it's not. He didn't have to follow us.
He didn't have to follow us. Also, just a shout out really quick, guys, to Brotherwife. That's us. No, check out our YouTube.
Oh, please check
out our YouTube. We're putting out...
Please check out our YouTube.
A shitload. We've got 154 videos now or something.
Drop a sub.
Share
a vid if you like it.
Honestly, we put together
it on
these
Reddit.
Shorts. The shorts are short. You don't have to commit attention time. Check out some of the shorts.
If you have literally 27 seconds, watch one short.
Watch 1 to 4 shorts because some of them are
Some of them are not that long.
Yeah.
Actually, the average time is probably like over 27 seconds. Probably. I just heard from a sales video on YouTube that 27 seconds is a good. If you're like,
good number.
Like if you're cold calling, just be like, "Can I have 27 seconds of your time?"
I got.
Did you get got?
I got today. Yeah, I wasn't being rude, but I was busy as fuck, and you were about to show up for the.
But
brew.
they were just so good.
Well, Andrew apparently recommended me to get sold a vacation from Mexico, from Puerto Vallarta, and I'm like, thanks, Andrew. Like.
That's
Thank you,
so
but hey, maybe it's a really good deal. He didn't tell me what the price point was yet.
Okay.
But I was like, sir,
that's probably not a good
when I
deal
told
then.
you I don't have time to talk right now, I don't have time to talk. I have 9 minutes until a meeting, and I have 15 minutes of things
And he's
to
like,
get done.
well, I really
need
appreciate
to
you
get
saying that.
And he's like, what about 60 seconds? 60 seconds. Of
Hey,
your time.
Shane, you rock, baby.
And I'm like 60 seconds. 60 seconds, go. That's like how I responded. I was like, 60 seconds, go. Timer started.
Oh shit! And
because I didn't have time for it.
Was he hot to trot?
He was hot to trot. He laid it out in about 40 seconds and was like, "Can I call you in 4 days?" And I was like, "You know what? Fuck it. Call me, baby. Don't call me maybe. Call me baby."
Fuck yeah! So all you cold callers out there, there's hope.
There's hope. Call me. You can get me.
And if you're thirsty and you need to make a nice lemonade this summer. Right on the shoulder, baby.
Not the shoulder to cry on, the shoulder to make lemonade
on. That's right. When life gives you lemons,
trying to
you
give
come
him the
see
profile
TT, you pay
view.
TT a visit.
It's painful.
I'm sure.
It's painful.
I'm sure.
I can't lean on my own shoulder.
We've never gone over 110. We're getting close. We love you guys. We're wrapping it up. That's a strict rule. We never go over 10.
The fuck
out.
Thanks for checking in. Check out the YouTube. Come out for the comedy show. We fucking love you guys.
July 8th,
Thanks for
baby.
fucking repping today.
Thanks for repping today. We love you. Can you give him one more orangutan arms as we get out here?
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to open with one quat.
Okay. Ah!
Surprise quat.
Fuck you, bro. Wait.